Apple.
That's all I researched. Okay. Something that's been changing the way we live our life for over 10 years now, and not many people have noticed. News stories on the TV like to talk about whatever's politically charged or whatever's socially relevant, let it be gun control or what your favorite food and how unhealthy or healthy it is. And most people would eat that news up. Some people wouldn't even hesitate to take that news story and share it immediately on their Facebook site, or at least make a mention of it on Twitter. And that's what's killing our way of life. The over-reliance on social media, the need to always be connected. And a tool that is used to bring us together is being utilized efficiently for the opposite. It's tearing us apart. And it's not getting any better. We need to set a positive example for our next generation. Because the over-reliance of social media is destroying society as we know it. And most people aren't even aware of it. Over the next couple minutes, I'm going to discuss the scope and severity of this problem, some contributing factors on why we're so attracted to social media, and what we can do about it. Over the last few weeks, I've done some research on this topic, and what I found shocked me. Even though I'm a child of the whole 90s, and I remember what it was like socializing without having to use your cell phone. So, social media is destroying the hearts and minds of its users by watering down original thought and making public ridicule not only easily, but fun for some. Trolling is when you're online and you are bringing a person down to another level with the sole purpose of your entertainment. How can something like that be positive? How can something like that be beneficial to society? And you find these trolls on political posts where thousands of people are trying to voice their opinions, and they have nothing better to do than to disregard and downplay others' opinions. Speaking of political posts, it has been studied that, or it's been shown in studies that political conversations, when online, are way less likely to remain civil than face-to-face conversations. By show of hands, how many here have seen how ugly a political conversation can get online? Yeah, pretty much everyone here. It's so easy to disagree with somebody online. You don't have to see their face, they're not seeing yours. And it's that sense of anonymity that is also an issue. There's another study that said that when someone, before that, a lot of people that use social media attach themselves to a page that has similar social standpoints or political views. And I have no problem with that. My problem comes from, there's been studies that show with a person being attached to a social movement on social media that is exercising a specific viewpoint, that environment becomes very conducive to compliance. And that is something that should never be instilled in a person that is capable of original thought. It has been shown that the younger generation is using social media for the sole purpose of political engagement than any other use. Is anybody seeing the problem with this? Anybody? By agreeing, not even? And it doesn't stop there. Social media, I don't even need to tell you that there's been articles out there that state how many people use it as a tool for procrastination. And a classic example is, anybody here, when they're going to bed, what's the last thing a lot of people see? The little glowing screen. How many people here wish that they would have had 15 more minutes of sleep each night when you know that you spent 30 looking at posts that you've already seen previous in the day?
How about hours?
Exactly. So much sleep is lost. And I know I've gone days of just being tired the entire day because I couldn't rip myself away from the computer or the phone. And it's this example that's poisonous for the next generation. Because I know I don't want my generation, I don't want my children to grow up where the norm is to be compliant and fucking tired. That is poisonous to my children, and I would never want that. So why do we do it? Why do we have this? So readily accessible, who wouldn't want to use a tool that can be used to connect entire communities? It has been shown that over 80% of the homes in the U.S. have a computer, with the vast majority of them having access to high-speed internet. Why wouldn't we invite this digital world into our homes when it's already there, and in our pockets for that matter? Hell, it's even been studied, scholarly study, that the majority of grandmas use social media to post pictures and to facilitate family communication. And the majority of the things that they post are not politically charged, but they're inspirational quotes and images that inspire emotion or to invoke emotion. How can this thing be bad? On the community level, it has been shown that internet access has been shown to reduce civil and social inequality, resulting in a more neighborhood-like neighborhood. Who wouldn't want a digital neighborhood watch to provide them that sense of security? And social media has also been shown to be a suitable substitute for face-to-face communications and real-time conversation. With all of your friends and communities connected now, never before has it been so easy to share a picture that you find funny with 500 other people that you won't hear the response to. Never before has it been so easy to mourn a loved one by going to a family's Facebook page and putting a frowny face with a few text words of love and sympathy. With internet becoming more and more used each day, we are sprinting towards a terrifying future. And it's this example that we are setting for our younger generation. So what can we do about it? Believe it or not, the solution is more widespread and accessible than most people know. Simple reduction use of social media sites and resources. Studies have shown with a group of students, college students, over the course of 2 weeks, they were asked to give up all forms of social media. And what they reported back were the students saying that they had an overwhelming amount of free time, and the urge to get on social media steadily decreased over time. When I read the words, the urge for social media decreased over time, that makes me think that a lot of us are more addicted than what we really know. A digital detox has been shown to invoke a better sense of well-being, of being happier and more creative. That is a great trade-off for this little piece of technology that is making us depressed. And you don't need to go cold turkey. Simply limiting social media can improve your life dramatically. Try this. This is what I do. When you leave your classroom, wherever you're going, let it be your car, your next classroom, or home, don't look at your phone. Don't look at your phone. Don't even take it out of your pocket. And just